Welcome to Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. I'm a board-certified music therapist, author, and expert on how to use music to relieve stress fast. This podcast is sponsored by McConnell Music Therapy Services, Inc., where they believe in the power of music to transform people and communities. Based in Northern California, their board-certified music therapists support people of all ages and abilities within hospitals, schools, corporations, and communities using music experience to connect, express, and de-stress. Visit them at mcconnellmts.com or their Facebook page, McConnell Music Therapy. This episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold is also sponsored by Dr. Nisi, trainer and certifier of master and executive coaches, because she believes every person, every relationship, every business, and your finances should be extraordinary. Find out more about Dr. Nisi Moore and the Life Coaching Institute at www.drnisi.com. That's DRNEECIE.com. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. It's so great to be with you, and I'm so glad you're here. Say, I got a favor to ask. Are you enjoying this podcast? If so, what do you like about it? Would you be so kind to let me know? There are three ways that you can help out. One, you can leave a review. Two, you can just message me on Instagram or Facebook. Or three, if you see my Monday posts or emails about the most recent episode dropping, you can simply reply to the post or the email. I'll be honest, it's a little lonely over here on Podcast Mountain. So thank you. I really appreciate it. It warms my heart whenever I hear from you. So please, do me a solid, okay? Okay, on to the music. You may have noticed that my music tracks reflect what's going on in my life. Well, this week I attended a 2-day pickleball camp in beautiful Newport Beach, California, with a few of the top pros in the world. The camp was hosted by a professional pickleballer and certified instructor named Tyson McGuffin. Now, there are a lot of pros out there, and many of them give clinics, but Tyson, he's my spirit animal, meaning he's my kind of crazy. He used to wrestle. I used to play rugby. He's covered in tattoos, and I used to cover myself in liquid latex before going on stage. He is high energy on and off the pickleball court. And one thing I've never heard before is, "Oh, Tim, I didn't hear you come in." So getting to spend 2 days on the court with him was simply amazing. By the end of the second day, I was hitting shots that I didn't know I had in me when I had showed up Monday morning. So today's track goes out to Tyson and his coaches, Jay, Callie, and Leah. You all showed me new heights on Pickleball Mountain, but you also walked side by side with me to those new heights. Hopefully the exuberance of seeing life from a new elevation comes through in the track. As an interesting parallel, I've recently moved up to a software program called Logic Pro X or 10. I don't know what the X stands for, which is the professional level recording software that Apple releases. And so I'm hearing new heights in what I can create within each track. This is my second track in Logic, and I can already hear the difference. So sit back or sit up, and here's to new heights in whatever game you're playing. I'll see you on the other side. Thanks so much for checking out this episode of Reduce Your Stress with Tim Ringgold. I've got a couple of resources for you, which you can find in the show notes or you can listen to right here. So check it out. If you enjoy the sound of my voice and you enjoy the sound of my guitar, imagine them put together. Go to sonicrecovery.com and take your very own relaxation vacation, where I take you out of the stress of the present moment and back in time to a time when you felt happy, healthy, safe, and sober, and then walk you through that memory so you can bring back those feelings into the challenges you're facing today. So go check that out. It's at sonicrecovery.com. If you're a healthcare worker in recovery, check out the Music in Recovery Self-Care Guide for healthcare professionals that I created just for you. That's at hcp.sonicrecovery.com. And if you're a healthcare worker and you'd like more information about how to help your patients use music, you can check out the Music Medicine Guide that I created just for you at musicmedicineguide.com. Lastly, if you enjoyed the pod and you haven't done it yet, would you just take a minute to rate and review it? It really only takes about 60 seconds, believe it or not, and it would go a long way to help us make more people know just how good this pod is, particularly for healthcare workers and their stress. Thanks again. See you next time.